everyone, Sam here with HorrorMom.com, and today we are talking about a true horror movie. This movie is horrifying, it's brutal, it's bloody, it's got mad suspense. On top of that, its name just fits it perfectly. This is, of course, High Tension from 2003. I came across this film again after reviewing the film I just dropped, which was Never Let Go, and the director of that is Alexander Aja, and he also directed the remake of The Hills Have Eyes, which is very well accepted in the horror community. It's a little bit too mutant-y for me. I recently did watch it again. I was going to do a review, but I just don't want to talk about mutants today. It's too much. There's too many scenes in that film staring at these mutants, and I just can't talk about it right now. But I also saw that he did High Tension, and I had remembered seeing this like over 10 years ago, and it just shocking me, and certain scenes just getting burned into my brain and not being able to forget. It may not be for everyone, it may be too much for a lot of people, but if you're willing to check it out, it's definitely one that you will remember and it will shock you. In High Tension, we're introduced to two best friends, Marie and Alexia, and they are headed off to have a quiet weekend at Alexia's family's rural farmhouse. They want to go there and study for the weekend. But on the night of their arrival, their plans turn into an endless night of horror as a sick, sadistic killer breaks in and attempts to slaughter the entire family. And during the night, we actually follow the experiences of Marie. She's not actually part of the family. And when the killer comes to the house, he is only anticipating that it's just the four family members. It's the mother and father, Alexia, and she has a young brother. And Marie is able to evade the killer and hide out without him knowing that she's actually in the house for quite some time. And this allows her to try and possibly help different members of the family. It makes the movie very creepy because she's going around the house, she's kind of starting to see things. There's not a whole lot she can do. If she gets caught, then it's going to be all over. It just creates a very suspenseful film. It's going to keep you on the edge of your seat. It's very tense. It just makes for a very interesting and fast-paced film. And not only is Alexia Marie's best friend, but Marie also is in love with Alexia. And that just means that she is going to be willing to do anything she can to try and save her. And with that, Marie just takes a ton of risks to try and help Alexia and her family. And it just makes for a very thrilling movie, a lot of different scenarios. And this movie just has one of those surprise endings and how everything plays out that you're gonna go, whoa, okay. There is a lot of blood and brutal scenes that if that's not your thing, you probably do wanna stay away from this one. But if you really like to be, shocked and see something different, I think you will enjoy this film. One thing I will tell you is it is a French film, so you do have to read the subtitles, but other than in the beginning, there's not a ton of dialogue, and throughout the film, you're glued to the screen, like with super glue, that reading these little subtitles and, the short things people are saying, it's really not a big deal. It's not like when you have to read a whole drama film, that can be a lot, but this is pretty quick, and I promise you the subtitles are worth it. It's currently sitting at a 6.7 on IMDb, which is actually pretty high for a horror film. So that should tell you that a lot of people do like this movie, even though it is known to be very brutal. I am gonna give this film a 7.5 out of 10. I do recommend this film as long as you can handle, brutal films. It's just a really crazy home invasion film. And one of the things that makes this movie so scary and suspenseful and tense is the killer. He is completely brutal and sadistic. You are briefly introduced to him in the beginning of the film. The film shows his truck, which is super creepy. It reminds me of the Jeepers Creepers truck. So I wouldn't go anywhere near this truck, but he's doing something in the truck, and then they finally show you what he was doing as he leaves. You are not going to ever forget that scene. I'm just telling you. was burned in my brain many, many years ago. This killer is just relentless, and it just makes it for one of those films where you're like, he's not gonna stop. Very scary. And I think home invasion films are very scary to most everyone because this does happen in real life. And as far as the gore and me saying there's a lot of blood, there's not a bunch of guts or limbs flying. It's not that kind of gore. there's just a lot of blood, and I think that things that happen are just more shocking, and then there's blood. So just to clarify, it may not be as bad as I'm making it sound. When I went back to watch it for this review, a couple of the scenes were not as bad as I had envisioned them in my mind. So I'm probably making it sound worse than it is. You know, give it 20 minutes and see if you can handle it. I do want to let you guys know where I found High Tension streaming for free. I found it on this app called Plex TV that is actually a free streaming app. The only kicker of it is that you have to watch a few commercial breaks, like about 6, and they were anywhere from like 40 seconds to 120 seconds. I didn't think it was any big deal. It's just these little commercial breaks, and that's how they're able to show you these movies for free. So I hope you guys are able to check out High Tension. It is streaming for free on Plex TV, which is a free streaming app. Let me know in the comments what you think about it, and otherwise I will see you guys in the next one, and I hope you have a great day.